Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Now that my two obligatory informative videos are done for the day, it's time to talk about current events in the online fitness community. And as I do every week, I go peek through good old V-Shrunk's channel and find some comedy gold. And it didn't take me long. The first video I looked at, we got some comedy gold. So let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing. We're going to scale up my crafting a little bit and let's talk about this. You know what? I think this guy's got to be trolling at this point. I think this is someone they hired for this channel to just get up and be a face for it and just say idiotic stuff that he knows as someone who works out is a complete waste of time and nonsense. But he made a video talking about, look, I've got 15 body weight leg exercises you can do. He said, don't pick all of them if you want to get a leg workout. All right, guys, a leg workout. You know, it kind of comes back to that point of people not knowing what training is. If you work out instead of training, don't expect any sort of long-term results. I'm sorry, that's reality. Working out is a waste of time. Exercise is a waste of time. You do those to have fun. Training needs to be done if you want any sort of long-term progress. And we could talk about that all day long. But he jumps into all these body weight exercises. And the bad part is that even if this is all you had access to, which is easy enough to fix, he doesn't even maximize them. And what I mean is, if you watch any of the exercises he done, even just the body weight squats, because he does a few different types, guess what? He doesn't even go full range of motion. So you're going to put yourself in a situation where you're going to have only your body weight to do squats. That's bad enough. Because, I mean, I tell guys, what do I expect from my novice lifters? At the end of my 1-year novice program, I expect you to be squatting, barbell squatting 315 for reps. That's normal. At least 50% of people who run my program, my free novice program, end up reaching that goal. Healthy young men. 315 pounds on your back for full squats. You know, full range of motion for reps. That's normal after a year. That's what training does, compared to just your body. Well, the problem is that he doesn't even go all the way down. He half squats. He does a couple different stances, and he doesn't even go to parallel. Like, his hips are 6 and sometimes 8 inches above his knees still. So he's going to go through all this trouble, and he can't even squat all the way down. Now people say, well, I want to see you do it. Guys, I'm Slavic. I can go ass to grass with just my body. I probably should just do it on camera one day as part of my, because that's how I warm up before I get under the bar. As you guys notice, I start with 225 for a single. That's my first warm up. I actually get down into a third world squat and hold that before I get under the bar. But then again, I'm Slavic. You would expect that. It's just in my genes. But he doesn't even go all the way down. And the problem is that you already have almost no resistance to work with. And the limited resistance you have, you should probably try to maximize on it. Because what we know, for example, the lower quad doesn't get stimulated even with heavy weight unless you go to at least parallel. Right? When you half squat like he's doing, you actually don't even get a maximum stimulation in the lower third of the thigh, even if you put your 1 rep max on the bar. Okay, it doesn't get stimulated. It's necessary. Same thing, your glutes require depth. It's about depth. So he's, hopping around playing leapfrog and grab ass, and he doesn't even go to depth with his body weight. And, then I wonder why this guy's so weak. This guy is weak on every exercise. He has no strength base. Like, he is literally weaker than anyone I have ever worked with who's been in the gym for 3 months. Like, what he does in the gym as far as his strength, in 3 to 6 months, I could pretty much take any 30-year-old sedentary man and have them destroy him in the gym. And that's normal, guys. That's normal on any sort of proper training. And he's talking about getting in shape. Well, just pick a bunch of these for a leg workout. 5 exercises, 10 to 15 reps. Whoa. I mean, are we really talking about 15 sets of 10 to 15 reps for legs? I mean, that's cardio at that point. You really think you're going to get any sort of development? Why don't you just go take a jog? Go do some cardio. I mean, that's conditioning work at that point, especially with body weight. Then he hops around doing this one-legged stuff. One-legged stuff. You guys know how I feel about one-legged leg exercises. Now, I know people are going to argue with me on this. But you guys notice there are people who don't even like each other in the strength and conditioning world. I'll name two guys who do not like each other, like they think they like. For example, Jamie Lewis and Mark Ripto. Jamie Lewis can't stand Mark Ripto. Jamie Lewis thinks Mark Ripto is a weak pussy wannabe who trains weak pussy wannabes. Right? He has no respect for him. Thinks his training is lazy. I happen to like Ripto, but Jamie thinks that Mark Ripto's training is lazy, and anyone who does it is lazy. They both agreed that one-legged exercises are a complete and utter waste of time for gaining any sort of strength. They're a waste of time. I know some of you guys are going to disagree, but what about one? You should try them. You should try them. It's like, guys, I don't need to. We've seen the results of everyone who does this stuff. We've seen the results. It's a waste of training time to sit around doing one-legged exercises. I mean, if you guys don't understand that, of why I roll my eyes with lunges and pistol squats weighted or whatever people want to do, look no further than Ken O'Booty. Look no further than Ken O'Booty. He does all these heavy one-legged pistol squats, right? He's gotten to where he does reps on one leg with an 80-pound dumbbell in each hand. People are like, well, that's 160 pounds with one leg. He should be squatting whatever amount of weight. And then you put him under a barbell and he can't do it. He has a novice level strength. In other words, anyone who runs a proper strength program at the end of their first year can usually squat and deadlift as much, just as much as Ken O'Booty does. Or Kenobi, Alan O'Gallagher, that's his real name. They're just as strong as he is. He's got like 8 years of training. In fact, he benches as much as he squats. He benches more than he squats. He has no lower body strength, yet he's done all these one-legged squats. What's it giving him? Nothing. He can't lift anything. His legs are still weak. Again, someone who's been training for 2 years, actually training, will destroy him on any basic exercise that involves the legs. A squat, a deadlift, a front squat, a back squat. It doesn't matter. This stuff doesn't work. It's a waste of time. So he's got people hopping around doing then one-legged stuff. Well, here's my point. He says people who don't want to go to a gym, don't have access to a gym. Well, who in the hell doesn't want to go to a gym who has time to waste watching YouTube fitness? If someone's seriously going to go watch a YouTube fitness channel to get into shape and actually spend hours of their week watching this stuff, I would think that they would be motivated enough to actually get up and train. That's the problem with this. Are we serious? At the very least, and particularly women, when you have women who say, what exercise should I do to get into shape? At the very least, if you're going to do just one thing only, barbell squats. If you decide you're just going to do one exercise, that would probably be the single most important, indispensable exercise for women. Now, when it comes to men, let's say you're a man who's not chasing aesthetics. You don't care about the bodybuilding thing. You're not trying to get bicep peaks and ripped abs. You just want to be healthy and fit and in shape. If you did just one exercise, it would be the barbell squat. Now, you're telling me that a person can't come up with a couple $100 for a cheap little stand. Like if a person says, okay, I don't really want to get super strong. I just want to get into shape. I want to do something at home. You're telling me they can't go buy a little cheap $50 stand and get a cheap barbell, even 100 pounds, because even 100-pound barbell, if all you have access to is a little cheap barbell and a couple plates, 100 pounds sitting on a squat stand, do people understand that if you get to where you just do that every day for reps, even if you can't really train, you don't have real equipment, that you will get 10 times better results than anything you can do from your body weight, even on one leg? That alone will give you tremendous development for every week that you spend training compared to just this body weight stuff. I mean, complete nonsense, complete waste of time. Again, you got to wonder, is this guy just trolling at this point? And the fact that he can come up with 15 body weight, lower body exercises, none of which are particularly effective. Nothing he did is going to give you any reasonable degree of lower body development. It's just not, guys. Your body weight isn't enough to develop your legs from a strength perspective, from a muscle mass perspective, for performance. I mean, you're not even going to get enough strength from doing the stuff he's doing to become a better runner. You guys want to know what the best runners in the world do? They get under a barbell and squat. Lance Armstrong, in addition to testing growth hormone and EPO and everything else, actually did barbell squats to make him a better cyclist. Most sprinters squat extremely heavy weights. There are Olympic level sprinters who barbell squat 500 and 600 pounds, guys. You don't have access to even the equipment. With what he's doing won't even make you a faster runner. It won't even help your cycling ability, particularly compared to just getting under a barbell. What a waste of time. Complete waste of time. And this is the nonsense this guy promotes. This is the nonsense this guy promotes. Just absolute and complete mediocrity. People not even willing to do the very most basic stuff it takes to get any results. It's just absurd. It's absurd. I mean, all the body weight, lower body exercises. Are you serious? If you're a complete invalid learning to walk again, I can get it. I get it. You know, and as far as one-legged stuff goes, if you're an amputee, one-legged exercises make sense. They make sense. But if you're actually serious, if you are actually serious about developing leg strength, leg size, actually being reasonably strong, I'm sorry, one-legged exercises, and again, that's going to piss people off. They don't need to be in your routine. You're taking time away from doing real lifts doing that. You're wasting recovery ability on nonsense. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.